A shocking scene outside a large church in Post Falls yesterday. Hundreds of worshipers were gathered at Real Life Ministries when a Gulf War veteran took his own life right outside the church doors. 59-year-old Dale Ballou had suffered from a debilitating illness for years. He spoke out against the lack of help from the Veterans Administration. KXLY4's Ariana Cohen joins us now live, and Ariana, Ballou had shared his story with us over the years.
Yes, Nadine, back in the 90s, an Idaho congresswoman tried to help him against the Spokane VA, a case against the Spokane VA. He suffered from Gulf War syndrome. And today we found out heartbreaking evidence that he struggled to find any help.
I guess I'm not one of those weirded out, crazed, insane veterans, sitting on some park looking whacked out.
Dale Ballou lived with physical and emotional pain for decades.
So, they don't want to deal with it.
Yesterday, standing next to this cross outside Real Life Ministries church in Post Falls, he chose to end his life while churchgoers were locked down inside. It was a violent end to a decades-long search for answers and relief for what Ballou said was Gulf War syndrome.
Somebody in Congress, the decision makers, need to come online.
KXLY4 News followed Ballou's journey in the 1990s, joining him for doctor's visits and documenting the rapid decline in his health, pain in his joints, memory loss, blackouts, and panic attacks.
I was passing out, blacking out behind the steering wheel.
During the summer of 1999, he was bedridden.
For about 2 months, I was so sick, I didn't know if I was going to live.
He begged for better care from the Spokane VA and said he was transferred to 5 different doctors in 1 year.
It's just like they don't care.
At one point, he said he had to wait 3 months for an appointment, only for it to be canceled. All these years later, it seems Ballou felt he ran out of options.
We are deeply saddened whenever we hear about a tragedy among one of the veterans in our communities.
The Spokane VA said today this is not a common occurrence, and they take veteran suicides very seriously.
Suicide is a complex issue. It's not a simple decision that somebody makes. There are usually a lot of risk factors that build into it. Providing mental health care to our veterans is one of the main pieces of work that we do here at the VA.
But not enough to save Ballou, who 17 years ago began asking for help for this disease.
It's sad because we deserve to be taken care of.
The Spokane VA says if you know of a person or a veteran with suicidal symptoms, tell them to call the Veterans Crisis Hotline, and we have that number posted on KXLY.com. Reporting from the Spokane VA, I'm Ariana Cohen, KXLY4 News.
Thank you, Ariana.